to the states now. I'll do this quickly, but basically this is just a theory. Okay, so nothing's like set in stone, but this is probably the best thing we have for what I mean is like nobody actually, our bodies are so complex, like they're so amazing, but the science doesn't exactly know how everything works. But the best thing we've got at the moment is the polyvagal theory by Dr. Stephen Porges. And all the states, those lenses that you see the world through, he's kind of made a framework for those. And polyvagal is like, poly is multiple, and vagal is based on the vagus nerve. So the multiple states or of the vagus nerve, the multiple branches, I should say. There's three branches, and then there's three states like that, and then there's blended states. So you can have a bit of one branch and a bit of another, which you'll see in a minute. And like I said, body dictates, no, body, yeah, state dictates. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say the nervous system, which is in your body, takes in all the information, and that dictates like the thoughts you think and how you respond, or how you respond to the world. Okay, so whatever state you're in dictates things like your feelings and your thoughts and everything, like I said a while ago. So if you're in the calm state, which is like ventrovagal, friendly, like you're open, you're social, you're playing, that you'll see the world as friendly and safe. If you're stressed, the world is dangerous. Things people say to you, you'll be like defensive, or you'll be angry at them, or you'll take it the wrong way. If you're depressed, the world is sad and lonely, and nobody gets you, and you're all alone, and you're a failure. If you think these thoughts, it's not you, it is the state you are in. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like some people just think they're like that. And things like depression, they say it's a serotonin imbalance, when it's like serotonin that's low because of the way you're like perceiving the world and things that have happened to you and your past, and also what's going on in your body at the moment. Like, what are you lacking in your emotional state, in your physical state, in your mental, that needs to be changed in order for there to be more natural serotonin. Story follows state. That's it. Story, like our thoughts follow the state in which our body's in. Not just message. I'll try to explain it better. So our thoughts, behaviors, actions, just who we be follows like the state in which our body is. So if you're already in a stress response, you will look for more stresses, basically look for more reasons to be stressed. You look for more threats, and things like that, and we'll just be on edge, hyper vigilant. And you're in this if you're somebody who is relaxing at home, like you're at home and you sit down and somebody comes in and you jump up and pretend to be doing something. You actually weren't in a safe place. You were in fight or flight, and that's a sign you're stuck there. Being hyper vigilant, being extra jumpy and things like that, startled easily out of the response that you're in. You either must be trained or well adapted, and we must actively work to get ourselves out of the state. So like I said, you can choose, but you can't choose what you don't know you can choose, which is why you have to learn these states and what to do about it. So polyvagal is about if you feel safe or not. It's not your conscious thoughts, because you can be like if you're at a party and you have social anxiety, you can logically be like, I'm safe, it's fine, I'm safe. Does that help in your body? No. Okay, so you have to actively choose over time and like train your body that these things are actually safe. And also, if you're safe, you'll interpret things as safe and calm and not non-threatening. So we don't just respond to threat; we also respond to signals of safety. But like I said, threat is like prioritized because it's survival. So co-regulation is where we can use other people's calm when they're in a calm state. We can use them to get into a calm state. So this is like a mother calming down a crying baby, or if you're stressed and stuff, that's why like petting your dog or whatever can help you regulate, or like a hug from a loved one sometimes, depending what stage you're in. From that like calm place, you can actually respond rather than reacting. For time, the more you do this, the more your body then has that as storage, and it will know what you did. So it's not like we're constantly fighting our past. Like the more you respond instead of react, the more you make conscious decisions and become aware of the state you're in, and consciously get yourself into a more relaxed state, the more your body realizes, oh, this is safe for me. So I don't need to react to these things, and I don't need to be in this stress state, because she's shown me time and time again that actually it's safe to respond this way instead of react. And over time, that becomes easier and easier and hopefully more automatic. 20% of the brain sends only 20% of the signals down to the body, but the body sends up 80% of the messages um, from the body to the brain. So it's mostly like automatic automatic nervous system is actually sending most of the information from our bodies to our brain. So we often think like it's our thoughts that dictate things, but it's not. It's your body. It's just we're not conscious of it. So finally, we get to the states. Um, and like I said, in Revive, these are all, there's much more to learn, but these are all like separate ones. So it's not as long a lecture. So we're good. This is the ladder. And this is why I talk about the dorsovagal, which is uh, a little bit of freeze, but it's like shut down or collapse or like numbing out. You feel numb, dissociated, depressed, shut down, hopeless, withdrawn. This is where, you know, if sympathetic fight or flight is that you're being chased by a lion and you have to run away, that, the lion is, you can see it across the plains. What would you call it? Like I'm in Lion King now or something. Um, and they're far enough away that you like see them and your nervous system's like, oh shit. And suddenly you have cortisol's been released, adrenaline's been released, and you have all this like energy, released energy in your body because you have to do something, but it's far enough away that you feel like, okay, I've got to like run away. Oh shit. Like, as in, I'm just like so anxious, my heart is racing. All I can like think about is like the lion and like getting away. And you start to run. So that energy that's been mobilized in your body, you use that to like run away. Whereas dorsovagal or shutdown collapse is where the lion is like right next to you, and you release the energy, but then your body's like, oh no, like I can't get out of this situation, this is all too much, I can't cope with this. And your body's like, don't worry, I can see that this is all too much. I see that we just can't handle this. And so, what I'm going to do, because we can't get out of this situation that we don't want to be in, is I'm going to shut down everything and numb you out and dissociate so that you don't have to deal with the threat, so that you don't have to deal with this, because there's nothing can be done. We're hopeless. We can't cope. So what I'm going to do is like numb you out so you don't have to feel like the trauma that's coming for you, the threat, the danger. Um, and then at the top here, sorry, is ventrovagal, which is safe, social, connected, curious, like you're in the present. That's where like you can still be having not an argument, but a discussion with your partner. But if you're open and you can see their point of view and you remain like present and you're empathetic and you can see their side of the story, um, that's you like, dealing with a issue, but that's in like a calm and regulated way. Like instead of going into fight or flight and like shouting and getting defensive, and there's nothing they can say, like because everything's going to be negative and wrong. If you're in fight or flight, and you're either going to like run away from it or you're going to like shout at them.